Okay, hello Frankie. This tutorial will be how to build a campaign email. So we just covered the automation and the one-on-one emails, but these are the campaign emails. So they're different and the interface is has a lot of options. There's a lot of different ways you could design these. So on this one, well, you'll notice at the top it says campaign. It's a campaign email. Has the name. You can rename it here if you like. And then I put an image at the very top here. I think it looks nice. If you click in it, it'll come up over here and you can change it out. Just hit this change image, and all of these that I have uploaded come up. Um, so you can upload whatever you like. We have, you know, okay, well, these are mostly our logo, but there are some options. And let's see. Yeah, and then those are all files, brand logos. I think they automatically give you multiple different versions of this, but it looks the exact same. So, anyways, so that's how you change the image. And then underneath it, you'll notice it's the exact same body as our other email because they're the same. And it works the same way as far as custom fields. You can add a custom field. Uh, yeah, right here. That's where the personalized. You can type it in, percentage sign, whatever it is you want, percentage sign. I get a little nervous doing that. So I do the personalized tags. Um, and that's what will generate there. So that we have our text. You can still hyperlink. These are all, everything that's underlined is hyperlink, and you do it, so you would click in here, highlight the text, and then hyperlink. And then when you do that, it works the same as the other, and you put in the URL. And then down here, I've built this out. This will come standard, like letting them know, hey, you're on this because um, this email was sent to, and then their email. If you no longer wish to send emails, you can unsubscribe. And then I have our logo. These are all hyperlinked to our website, courses, about us, contact. So this is nice to have. So that's great. And okay, now into like the nitty gritty. If you were to build one from scratch. So that's what I'm going to do. Let's get out of here because now you kind of see how it looks. But I want to show you what it'd be like to build one from scratch. Eventually, this is taking a long time. Save and exit. Okay, and we're going to exit out of here. Okay, so I'm just gonna anywhere on here because it doesn't matter. I'm just doing this to show you. I'm gonna hit the plus and sending. And so again, that's where these are the campaign emails. Send an email. This is the one-on-one. So we want to hit this top one. You can start from an existing email, which is nice. Create from past campaign or email or an email on automation. So you can select ones you've already made and just tweak them. That's really nice. Um, excuse me. Like you can even type in the name. That's really great. And then we're going to create a new email. So we can either do this completely from scratch or from one of their templates. That again is really nice. They have a lot of options. These are two templates I've created. And then, which it's annoying they cut off the text there. That's okay. Um, some basic, come on. It's kind of hard to see these. These aren't great, but you can kind of see they have like an image and then text, some buttons, uh, some different options. These are more designed like where they include background colors and imagery and those types of things. These are really great to play around with. I think I actually used one of these initially to make some of ours. So cool. You can get a little creative in here. And then the different layouts. I'm just gonna go from scratch. Um, so create one. Oh, okay. Blank canvas. We're gonna go blank canvas so we can really get a full understanding. So again, here you have your email name. We were gonna say number three. We'll say 2.5 because this one's not gonna actually exist. Budget campaign. Subject line, way to fund our courses. Again, I'm just typing in whatever. And then this is where you would, the from, change your name. Okay. And again, we will edit design. We'll click onto this to open up that interface. Okay. Well, that did not give us a blank canvas. Huh. That's okay. So I want to show you the structures. So let's see, for example, okay, I'm going to delete this. This is ideally where your logo would go. I'm going to delete it and show you how you would build this out. Okay. Um, okay. So before you have structures, you have blocks, and you have save modules. I don't really use save modules. You could. It would be good for like that footer that has all of our hyperlinks, like our logo and the hyperlinks to our website and stuff. That would be a great place to kind of create that module and save it. I haven't done that. Okay, but structures and blocks. These are the two main things we'll use. So you see here, this is kind of all the, like if you want to put an image in, if you want to put some text, a button, a little space, embed a video, whatever you want. But before you can put an image over here, you have to have a place for it to go, a structure. So this is how you do that. You'll put in, so we're just going to add that here. And then we'll go into blocks. And let's say we want to do an image. So you would drop it within there. Then that's where you can add the image. So if you notice, once I put the structure in, I dragged and dropped the image, then you click into that, and that's where you can add the image. And then over on the side, that's where you can, let's see, you can link it if they click on the image, you can have it hyperlinked, which is cool. Let's see here. You can add alt text. So if you have blind users, that will read that to them. That's really great. And then you can edit the alignment, the size. It's a little limited, I will say, in how you can do this. And that's where you can edit the alignment, the size. You can adjust, let's see. Okay. And then padding for each of these blocks, if you wanted to add a little padding, like it looks like this one has it, that's the space. It looks like this already has some padding, which can be nice because if this background, like the outside of the email was dark and your dark text butted right up against that, it's hard to read. So it's nice to add some padding. So I'll show you. Okay, so this is a text block. I'm actually going to let's see, let's delete this and build it ourselves. So that row is already there, but I'm just going to see if we can delete that completely. Okay. So let's add a structure. I'll just show you what this looks like, where it has three different options because we love that. You could also, so add one and then add, well, no, why can't you add into it? Never mind. Okay. So you have the three options, and then let's open a block, and we want to put text in here. So this is our text, and you can change the color, the background color. Right now it's transparent, meaning this background of the entire email is what you'll see. That's the background color. And then it's nice when you click into the color right here, it'll show you our brand kit. So the exact colors, I've plugged them in so they're there. So you can just, you know, regularly reuse those. So the text color, background color, the text alignment, line spacing, that kind of normal thing. And then this is where you have the padding. So you see how the text is right back up against the box. Let's say we want to add a little padding. So you can just hit this arrow and it gives it space. You can do custom padding because if you notice when I just added padding, it added space all around. If we don't want that, if we only want it indented a bit on the left, then that's where you could do that. So you can make all this. It's kind of hard to see because I don't have this fully filled with text. Um, but that allows you to customize it even more. Okay, so that is that. And now let's see what else. Video. You can plug a video in here, click in it, and that's when you can add your links, which is really nice. So then it's in your page and it works just the same as an image. You also have the ability to, if you wanted to put in a spacer, that just adds space in between um, social. You can plug right here, and then you can have those hyperlinked to our socials. So all those kinds of things. Now for the email itself, if you click outside of this narrow area, where all these structures and blocks are, just click outside. That's when you'll see the background color. So that's when you can change that. And you can add a background image if you want. It is annoying sometimes because sometimes you'll click into this and it should populate the other colors and you see how long it took? I clicked into it and then it took a while. I don't know if you could tell because you probably can't hear me clicking, but I clicked on this color code, excuse me, and it took quite a while for that to populate. So sometimes that takes a little patience, but you can change the color here. And that's content background. So we don't want that. That looks bad. Section background. Let's see. Okay, I clicked into it. Let's see if it'll pull up the colors there. When you hit that, it does this whole thing. So this is the section. Content background is this portion. So see if I change that, then it would all be that color. So that is how that works. Let's see here. Okay. And then yeah, if you wanted to add a background image, you could. And that's the main gist. So again, this unsubscribe will always be there, sent to this email, and the ability for them to unsubscribe. That's important to have on these campaign emails. They will always be there. Okay. Save and exit. Oh wait, actually no, we wanted to do next. Let's do next. See if it'll let us. And then it brings us back into the automation. And then we're back in just into the little snippet of the email. So it's great. What I made looks bad, but we were just, playing around here. So you're back into that kind of interface that we're familiar with now. So that is how that works. I hope that was helpful. I hope I covered everything. I think I made it sound like it would be more complicated than it actually is. It's not that hard. It's mostly just understanding that you first need to place in the structure and then the block. The structure kind of gives it like the space, and then the block is what will be inside of that space. Like, oh, is the block going to be text? Am I going to put an image there? So that's how that works. But first is understanding, put in a structure, then fill that structure in with a block. So that's how that works.